Hey guys, welcome back to Money is Blind podcast. I'm your host Rasoon. So it's been 5 days since the WWDC. Today is Thursday, 13th of June 2024, and I have some more updates regarding the use of artificial intelligence by Apple. We've been using Apple devices for many years now, and as blind and visually impaired persons, Apple has done more than any other company has done. I should say tech company has done, whether it is in terms of accessibility, providing us all those beautiful gadgets which can be used by blind and visually impaired persons, or the numerous softwares that they develop for free that are all accessible with screen readers out of the box. They done it first, and then Google copied it. Then Microsoft started improving their accessibility features. They set the mark, and I will always be grateful to Apple as a tech company for making my life easier and better as a blind person. I'm able to do what I'm doing right now as an entrepreneur because of Apple, because of all the products that Apple has created, and I'm really grateful to Apple. So now let's come back to artificial intelligence, or should we say Apple intelligence. Now Apple as a company has been noted for introducing features very late in the sense, if Android or Google introduces a feature first, usually Apple takes at least 1 or 2 years to introduce the same feature in the iPhones or iPads. But when they do it in such a way that it shouts out loud that this is the Apple way of doing things. They think about it very deeply, very thoughtfully, and they think about providing the benefit to the users. And when I say users, they always think about persons who use their devices as a tool, not just a feature. For me, Apple devices are a tool. They enable me to do things which otherwise I cannot complete. So that's exactly how Tim Cook and Apple, its culture, that's Apple company's culture right there. And coming back to AI, I think the same thing is going to happen. And it kind of happened at the WWDC, because OpenAI and ChatGPT were launched in November 2022. I think it was the same time that I started this podcast, Money is Blind podcast. It has took over the world like a storm, and every kid, every 5-year-old right now knows about ChatGPT. Even my son sometimes opens the app in my phone and talks with the AI agent, because it is much better than Siri and Google Assistant, and it can handle conversations just like a human being. Even kids are familiar with AI these days. But Apple introduced it almost 18 months later, and things about privacy were thought about when Apple took AI and tried to integrate into their devices. Now, I'll be wrong when I say that Apple is using AI for the first time. No, they've been using it for a decade, and we have not noticed it. Siri is working on AI. Apple Watch, the fall detection feature, all the thousands of lives that Apple Watch has been able to save were because of machine learning and AI. Everything that runs in the background in the Photos app, identifying faces, identifying animals, sometimes even voice over, uses image recognition based on AI and machine learning, that is AI. But Apple has never used the word AI because they think in terms of benefits for the users. So now that OpenAI has been in a controversy regarding its development of softwares, not taking into priority the user's privacy, that's where Apple differentiates. Apple makes a difference from all the other tech companies in the world. So Apple wants to define the boundary, define how AI should be used for individuals. Everything Apple designs and develops and launches in the market has been focused on a person's privacy. Whether it is Apple Vision Pro, iPhones, everything is private. They are not even letting your information to the FBI, and Apple has been famous for doing this. And when they took generative AI, that's what ChatGPT and OpenAI have been famous for. They defined a new line here. They've improved the privacy because everything which was introduced, which was introduced in WWDC 2-3 days back, that will be taking place in the device. And if these generative AI requests cannot be done in the device, and when I say devices, all the Apple devices that are out in the market right now, they do not support it. All the M1 MacBooks and all the devices with the M1 chip, the M1 silicon, which was built by Apple, does support these features. And when it comes to iPhones, only the iPhone 15 Pro and the new models, the iPhone 16 and all the other upcoming iPhones and iPads will be supporting this feature. So only these devices will be able to handle the AI request, the generative AI request that we give it on device. And the other things which Apple has not been able to do all these years is to create large language models to help in writing text or to get information about the world, like in last month what happened at the 2024 April-May month, that would not be updated even by OpenAI in its latest ChatGPT 4o models. Now these things, Apple doesn't have these kind of resources, and so that's where Apple is giving us two options. So for all the requests, the generative AI requests that cannot be handled at the device level, they are giving us two options. So the first option is something which is called PPC, and it's private cloud, private compute cloud. It's PCC, private compute cloud. And what it does is it takes our request and sends it to the cloud, but these cloud machines are run with the help of Apple Silicon, and we know how capable the new Apple chips are, and all the communication, everything will be encrypted, and these data are not used by Apple to train their models or to make a profile out of our information. That's the first. That will be the first option, and the second option will be to use one of the most popular and the best large language model out there, and Apple went with ChatGPT and OpenAI to do this. But every time we ask for something which can be done with ChatGPT, Apple in its devices will be introducing a pop-up. It will be asking us whether these information should be sent to OpenAI, and that will be the person's decision to do that. So Apple is giving us that power. If we want to send it to a third-party company, we can do that, and for that they have an agreement in place between Apple and OpenAI. And I think even there, Apple has drawn some lines and restricted how much information OpenAI is going to gather from the user who is trying to access their LLM models like ChatGPT. So that's my take on OpenAI and Apple's agreement. We'll be getting a better picture when the beta developer version hits the market, and when I can test it out. Actually, I'm planning to upgrade my iPhone this year so that we can test and see for ourselves or experience how good Apple's intelligence really is. So, and the best thing is that by doing this, by defining or by making clear how AI, generative AI to be precise, should be used by tech companies, unlike Google's Bard or Gemini or any other cloud or any other LLM models, Apple has shown us that privacy can be taken care of even if we are using a model like ChatGPT, and that these informations can be processed at the device level. So now Apple has set the bar at a height, and I'm pretty sure that Android phones, all the Android manufacturers, they'll be trying to reach up to this benchmark which has been set by Apple. And this WWDC, this is going to be a cornerstone, a milestone, because there is no going back. There is no going back to a world where there is no AI. The world has changed. AI will be everywhere. We can say goodbye to AI standalone devices like Rabbit or I forgot the name of the other one, because AI is now in our smartphones, the phones that we carry in our pocket every day. It is there, and it can be private. That's it, guys. That's it. I'll be back with another episode tomorrow. If you like what you're listening to right now, consider subscribing to the show. This is the show for blind entrepreneurs. I'm your host, Prasoon. You guys take care. Bye-bye.